You're watching Get Lifted TV's The Debate Show. I'm Jen Wakefield.
I'm Lewis Daniel.
I'm Nathan Devonte.
And I want to ask a question. Have you seen Dear White People, the trailer?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, thoughts on Dear White People, the trailer?
Yes, and I won't be cancelling my Netflix account. I love it too much. Sorry.
Yeah, so can you expand on this whole point about people cancelling their subscription to Netflix?
I don't know. It's just, I feel like sometimes people want to jump on that bandwagon. Oh, this is racist. Oh, black people being racist, or whatever minority being something. So I'm gonna stand up.
Yeah.
I just want to say that I really love Netflix at the moment.
Me too.
Because we had The Get Down, we had Insecure, and I feel like they're really breaking boundaries by bringing diversity to our entertainment, and unfortunately, not all the shows are going to be predominantly white casted.
No.
And I feel that this is another example of them breaking that boundary. And there are some truths that are unspoken. And do you know what's really funny about this show, Dear White People, is that it's actually written by a white guy.
Really? That's so interesting.
Because I was about to say, what would it be like if it was called Dear Black People? Would there be a massive uproar for that?
But maybe that makes sense in terms of how it got so far, because I think it makes people feel more comfortable when you know that people will suddenly be like, okay, it was written by a white person, okay. So maybe we can do something with that, I can talk about it because you're a white person, and I think it makes people, because all of a sudden it's by someone saying, yeah, I empathise. And I think that, in a sense, maybe that's obviously, in some ways it is a positive thing and it isn't, But I think whenever there's truth, I know there will be white people who will watch that and they will laugh and go, yeah, do you know what? That does happen. That's awful that we do that. And they will also watch that. But because I don't think people always react necessarily in that way of I can't believe that's happening. There are lots of people, if things are presented in the right way, they'll laugh at themselves. But the truth is, it probably will raise some stuff, which is do you know what? Yeah, you don't realise you do this as a culture, and we'll keep feeding it to you again and again and again until you get that it's not correct. And sometimes things have to be fed again and again and again. It's that book's been out for ages, Stuff White People Like, which makes me laugh so much. And I identify as someone who exists within a variety of different cultural situations. I have a lot of white times in my life. I have a lot of ethnic times in my life. I have a lot of times where I'm immersed in that horrible word, urban culture. And I existed on these different places, so I feel like I can see different observations. And sometimes people literally don't know they're doing something. They just, because they're always in that same environment. Yeah. So just get it out there, discuss it, and eventually it penetrates to a point where people maybe 1 year will just not do it, I think it's important.
That comes to my point that everybody should be having conversations about race openly and freely. Yeah. It shouldn't be a scary thing. It's just another subject to discuss and learn and educate. And, there's cultures that I still don't know much about just because I just don't.
No, I agree with you, but and we were saying earlier that I think it would be a kind of tribute to being British that we discuss it, because I think Britishness is about, we embrace diversity, welcome, but people must also learn the responsibility of learning how to argue properly as well, how not to attack and come over with aggression, and remember that people are still people. Even with shows like Back Chat.
No, you do not know. I'm not going to calm down, because I'm not going to have someone telling me I was a side chick.
London, I think to myself, yeah, I get you're debating something, but are you arguing here with the respect? I know sometimes a point has to be made and you have to make it, but remember, people are still people. We're still human beings we should be able to debate properly,
And also, there are sometimes I watch things that I don't agree with, but I watch it and I'm able to learn from it.
Right.
If it's delivered in a way that's respectful enough for my ears to take it in.
Yeah,
because what's more important is me taking the information in. If it's just covered with just disrespect, and I just don't involve myself in it, really. A little bit of shade's good, know?
You're right, a little bit of shade's good. It's I get why beef is good in grime, I have that teaching side where I'm be responsible, be good, and then I'm but I also get that beef can fuel a bit of grime. Hate, you know, that kind of grime, passion and hatred that's needed, right? I get those. So there's different schools of thought. So you're right. Sometimes you need a little bit of that. But yeah, I find it really interesting, the reactions to this. But I'd be interested to know what you think, or we'd be interested to know what you think. Have you watched it yourself as a white person, and laughed at it and gone, yeah, do you know what? I'm going to watch this. I'm interested in. Has it offended you? How do you feel about your Netflix account? Like and subscribe, comment, thumbs up, thumbs down. Let us know what you think, and thank you so much for watching.